Hey, what's going on YouTube? I'm Sean from Start to Finish Gaming, and today guys, I wanted to go over a few things with you here on this channel update video. So, with the launch of Genesis Part 2, and let's just take a second guys and take a look at how beautiful this map overall is. I cannot get over how nice this map looks. Oh my gosh. I've been doing a couple of live streams. I've done about 4 or 5 live streams on this map so far, and this map is great. It's absolutely amazing. It's been an absolute blast. Yes, including trying to tame some shadow mains. That took about 4.5 hours. It was a little frustrating, but at the same time, really, really enjoyed doing it. I'm really, really enjoying my time on this map overall, and it's an absolute beautiful map, but with the launch of brand new maps, guys, as we all know, there's bugs. And there's a lot of bugs. And Wildcard knows about it, and they're in the process of fixing them. So, personally, the couple bugs I've ran into is the fact that flyer level speed is enabled, like we're able to click it on your settings on console, but it doesn't actually enable itself in the map. So that's something that has to get fixed. When it comes to gameplay, we have had random crashes on the stream. We've also had crashes during the missions. We've also kind of figured out that the Shadow Main is majorly OP right now. Personally, I have two Shadow Mains that are level 67, and their damage output is over 150 plus. And then with the mate boost, with hydration, with their roars and all that kind of stuff, the special attack is about 1,000 damage, so they're gonna get reworked, let's be honest, along with probably a lot of the other creatures that they've introduced in Genesis Part 2. And unfortunately, it's gonna take time, and we all know that. So, obviously, one of the big updates that I am going to give you guys is, and I've already formally announced this on the last stream that I did, my birthday stream, but I'll announce it again in case you guys missed that. The single player series that we are currently doing is now scrapped. It will be done, and the reason is I feel that once Genesis Part 2 is reworked, is fixed, is balanced, everything is kind of fixed and it's all ready to go, Genesis Part 2 gives you certain ways of playing the game now that weren't really given to us before. It's just going to give us a whole new way of starting out your single player, whether it comes from the certain engrams that they gave us, which is the canoe, is going to be just giving yourself a different immersive experience when doing a single player playthrough, or just a playthrough in general. Second, the egg incubator is going to be huge. Personally, I haven't used it yet. It does have a little bit of bugs, so once that's fixed, that's going to be a huge, huge game changer, especially being on console and not having mods or anything like that. When it comes to certain creatures, we've seen that the Shadow Main is incredibly OP. I think it's going to be a really good, viable dino in the future, not only for boss fights, but for caving, it's going to have a lot of uses. The Mawing also is another one that's going to be an early game tame for a lot of people. The saddle is at level, I believe, 28, and they're relatively easy to knock out. So that's going to be a little bit of something a little bit different that people can bring to their series and just kind of progressing through the game. So I know that announcing that we're ending the single player series might be a shock to you guys, but if you kind of think about it, I personally feel like this is the perfect time to start it. One, the bugs with Genesis Part 2 have to get fixed, and that is going to take time. We're going to be starting out as a level 1 Bob, Beach Bob, and I'm going to need time to progress my character to even attempt to come over to Genesis Part 2 for anything anyways. So, also, personally, I have a few things going on in my personal life, so I'm going to not be available for the next week anyways, so there's not really going to be a lot of videos coming at you guys anyways. So that's kind of my thought. That's kind of my process. Obviously, guys, I take a lot of your opinions, your comments into consideration when making these decisions. If you are agreeing with me, if you think this is a cool thing to do, throw it in the comments down below. If you think I'm doing something stupid, if it's wrong, throw it in the comments down below. I like to hear the positives, the negatives, and all of that. I just personally feel like this is a good time to just start a new series and kind of try some different things out, especially with Genesis Part 2 and everything like that. So that's the biggest first announcement. I will say, if I were to pick a date on when the new series will begin, if everything goes well, a lot of everything is fixed pretty much within this week. I would hope and I would like to start the new series probably Monday the 14th, so that's just a week. If things aren't fixed, then we'll adjust if need be, okay? I have decided that most likely the Ark main series that I'm going to be doing is 1 day a week. The reason is I want to take a little bit more time when actually producing these videos and everything like that to give you guys the best quality videos that I physically can, which does unfortunately mean that I do have to take a little bit more time to get them done. So I've decided I think it's best. I think the videos are just going to come out that much nicer, giving myself that extra day or two to get these videos out to you. So overall, most likely the videos will be 1 day a week. I might announce at the beginning of the series that, hey, because right now it's a brand new series, videos are a little bit easier to start on up and kind of get on out, especially at early levels. There is a chance for the first few weeks you may get 2 videos of Ark. I don't know yet. I'm not guaranteeing anything, but I just wanted to kind of put it out there that there could be an option. Again, guys, if you have any suggestions when it comes to how we do the main series, throw it in the comments down below if you guys have any ideas and everything like that. I will rule out right now, guys, it will not be a hardcore series, unfortunately. There's a couple of reasons behind it. I'm not going to go over it right this second, but long story short, I only have 1 save file, so doing a hardcore series means we don't technically get a main Ark series, and it doesn't seem like hardcore is going to get as many views as a main series would traditionally get for me. So, long story short, that's really the reason why. I have a few other updates to do, guys, and I do apologize. This video will be a little bit long because I want to get everything out there for you guys to kind of know what's going on. So it will be a little bit longer and everything like that. So again, I apologize. Make sure, guys, listen all the way to the end, because if you do, there's going to be something, another big surprise thrown at the end. So just make sure you're listening all the way through everything. What are we going to do in the meantime, obviously? So obviously Ark is the meat and potatoes of this channel, but we have been playing some other games. I've done a couple of live streams of Subnautica, and honestly, I've really, really enjoyed it, and it seems like that you guys have too. So, I will be announcing that we're going to do a Subnautica series too, and that is going to be a live stream series. It is going to be 1 day a week. Personally, I don't know what day it's going to be on yet. I'm still trying to figure that out, but if you guys have any suggestions on what day of the week would work, or like what you think would be a good time to do it, throw it in the comments down below. I'm totally open to suggestions and everything like that. So, the plan with Subnautica is we're going to start out fresh again and do an entire playthrough. And the reason is, I know we've done 2 or 3 Subnautica streams already, but those were test streams. I've never personally did live streams prior to Subnautica, so it was a test for that, just to see kind of how I do. And it was also a test to see if my computer recording setup could even handle a live stream. So, unfortunately, yes, all the progress that we've made previously will be scrapped, but it gives those people that are just kind of seeing these live streams and everything a chance to be caught up right away. We're all caught up all at the same time. So, that's going to be coming to the channel too, which I'm really, really excited about. That is going to be a live stream specific series, 1 day a week. Besides Subnautica, we do have Conan Exiles that just got a huge update, and I'm really, really excited to give Conan Exiles another shot. So, a while ago, I did do a Conan Exiles series. It only lasted a couple episodes, honestly, because I felt like the views weren't there, so I scrapped it. I feel like at this point, I feel like I'm a little bit better when it comes to the recording and everything like that, and I feel like it's been long enough, it's been overdue, especially with the new update. Console has gotten a major, major rehaul when it comes to Conan, the original game. And the idea is that we are going to start out in Conan, the original game, play all the way through it if it does well on the channel, and the idea is that once we defeat Conan, the normal game, we'll move on to the Isle of Sipta, okay? Same goes with Subnautica, obviously. We'll start with the main game, and then we'll go into Sub-Zero once we complete Subnautica. Now, There are a couple of other games that I want to bring to the channel. I don't know how they're going to be incorporated, but to give you kind of the idea of those, the one that really sticks out for me in particular is Green Hell. Green Hell is a game that I have been excited for over a year at least. It was announced about a year ago that it was making its way to console, and I have been waiting for this game to finally hit consoles, and it's happening this month. I think it's earlier this month. I think it's in the next couple days, if I'm not mistaken, at this point, at the time of recording this. I'm really, really excited. I want to bring it to the channel. Personally, I want to play the game first, kind of get the buttons, controls, and figured out, and kind of get it all figured out if I want to do episodes or I want to do actual streams of Green Hell 2. If you guys have any suggestions, again, throw it in the comments down below. It really, really helps me out with kind of what your guys' input is on everything. So that's the major updates to the channel, basically. The fact that we're going to be starting a brand new Ark series, and this idea that we're going to be bringing in a couple more games into the channel too, just to kind of, you know, expand our audience here on the Start to Finish Gaming channel and everything. So the other big announcement, and obviously if you guys have watched this long, I do have one more big announcement. First of all, thank you guys for watching this whole video. Obviously the video is a little lengthy and everything. I do apologize, but there is a lot of information, and I just want to get everything out there to you guys. So last but not least, if you guys caught one of my live streams about a week ago, maybe a week and a half ago, I have been behind the scenes working on a Ragnarok community server. The idea is that I want to bring in creatures that are not native to the map along with the native creatures. So, for example, I'm attempting to bring over all the X variants at this point with Genesis 2. The R variants can make their way over too. I've attempted to bring over light pets. I've, you know, kind of been trying to work on this, and it is extremely difficult to get the spawning correct and getting it right. So, especially for my first server, unfortunately, I don't think getting these creatures over is going to be the best thing for right now. And the reason is, I don't know how the server performance is going to be once we not only start getting people from the community onto the server, on top of that, adding all these new dinos and everything like that. So unfortunately, that idea for adding more creatures and stuff right now is probably going to be scrapped. And the reason is, once we get a couple of servers up and going, I'm a little more familiar with this, with the coding and all that kind of stuff, and I feel a little more comfortable, then I can start kind of experimenting and not going so big for the first community server. So we have a couple choices with the first community server, and I wanted to throw it out there to you guys. I'll also explain how you're going to be able to even get into the server after. So essentially, there's two choices. What we could do is we can do Genesis Part 2. I currently have an Intrado server. It is private because, again, I've been kind of trying to work on this behind the scenes. And what we could do is we can just set it up for Genesis Part 2 and, you know, play Genesis Part 2 for the way it is, right? And obviously the bug fixes hopefully are done by that time when we launch the server, and we just have a lot of fun, and, you know, that's it, whatever. The other option is we can actually start on the island and kind of start the server around the time that I start my single-player series. So it's kind of like you guys are playing along with me, but you're not playing along with me because I'm playing on single-player, if that makes sense. And obviously, I will be active in the server too, so I will be on there from time to time. So, and you guys could talk to me, ask me questions, you know, that kind of thing while we're on the server together. I want to do some community events in the future, stuff like that too, so it really comes down to what you guys would prefer, really. Now, the big question, how do you guys get into the server? I actually have a Patreon set up. So I have the Patreon set up on the channel. So if you go to the right-hand corner of my channel art, there is a Patreon button there. Click that. I think it says, I think I have it set up to say, join the S2F tribe. Click that. It gives you the list of all my options. The cheapest option to join the server would be the $5 option. For Patreon, that gives you access to the server. Obviously, the higher tier you go is going to give you more of a priority and more of a chance to get into the server. I think you guys kind of understand what I'm saying there. But long story short, that's how you would get into the server. Obviously, for right now, it is a 10-man server once it actually opens to you guys, but it is based on Patreon and everything like that, so I can keep track of who's going to be able to get into the server and whatnot, because it will be a private server. That's how to basically get into it. What else did I want to say with that? Actually, no, guys. I think I've pretty much covered everything that I wanted to say. So, that is going to wrap up this channel update video. Guys, thank you so much for watching this longer video. Like I said, I just wanted to get everything out to you guys, just so you know kind of what's going on behind the scenes. Any questions, any comments, definitely throw it down below. Like I said, guys, when making some of the decisions, I do take your comments and everything into consideration, too. So, if you do have any suggestions, throw it down there. Any comments, throw it down there. Good, bad, indifferent. Again, throw it down there. It just really, really helps me out, and I like to hear your opinion on everything that we're bringing to the channel and everything like that. So, guys, that is going to wrap up this video. Again, thank you so much for watching this video for the amount of time that it is. And I will see you guys in the next one, whenever that will be. Have a good one, everyone.